Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is Mr. Mudathir from Legacy School and this is ICT Year 6. Well, you know what? We're done with HTML and we're going to start a new unit, which is working with text. It's going to be really easy and we're going to be done with this unit before you even know it. So let's get started. Alright, so this is found on the book page number 20 and we're going to have some sort of a project. A yearbook. We've all heard about the yearbook, as you can see in the image right here. The yearbook contains all of, if you are in a class and you want to create a yearbook, it's going to contain all the names of all the students in your class, along with their pictures, their hobbies, their age, a lot of personal information. And it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly like this one. You can create your own shape, colors, and layout. So by the end of this unit you will be able to create a yearbook. The yearbook contains photographs of all the class and of all the students in your class, or maybe all of the students in the school. And a yearbook document, it would be a complex document. That means it's not just like you open a new Microsoft Word and you start typing. You're gonna have to learn a lot about how to create a complex document. You may have all sort of things like a photograph, and then information about sporting and cultural activities, feelings and friendship, like who's your, you go around and ask each and every student who's your bestie, examples of excellent work, projects that you've all done or accomplished, topics people in the class care about, and so on. So let's talk about objects, the objects that you can have in your document or in your yearbook. First, of course, you're gonna have photographs, and you know how to insert a picture in your document. Photographs of what? Of your classmates, of your teachers. You can even have a picture of your classroom, how it looked like. And this is actually a great thing, as something that you can get back 10 years from now. You can just open your yearbook and just remember all of the things that you like, your whole school life that you've had. You can also insert drawings, you can also insert illustrated pictures, a poem, and of course tables. You know, in documents I consider tables are like IT people solve all sorts of complex document problems with tables. So the first thing that we're going to know and learn is layout and margins of a page. Alright, so in this picture you notice that every book has some sort of a space around the page and all the pages. So we have a narrow margin. A narrow margin, that means the text is so close to the edge of the page, so close to the edge of the page. But if you don't want the text to be so close to the page, we call that a wide margin. We're going to learn that, how to set that in Microsoft Word right away. So in wide margin, you will notice that the text is way far from the edge of the page. That means you have plenty of space right here. You can see both of them. This text is so close to the edge of the page and there's not much space. If you don't have a lot of space right here, that means you have a lot of text here. You see the difference? But if you have a lot of text right here, if you have a lot of space right here, that means you have less text over here. Depends on the size of the text. So let's go ahead and open Microsoft Word. Just click on Start. You will find all of your programs in this menu. If you have Microsoft 2010, you're gonna have to go to Microsoft Office first, just like this one, and then go to Microsoft Word 2010. But I'm using Microsoft 2019 as well, and it looks more so nicer. So if you have Microsoft Office 2019 or 2017, you have to look for W Word. Yes, it's found in the group of program that starts with the letter W. So let's go ahead and open Microsoft Word. Just FYI, for your information, there's not so much difference between Microsoft Word 2010 and Microsoft Word 2019. Just 2019 looks a little bit like more beautiful and organized. to open a new document, all you have to do is double click on blank document. On the book page number 23, it explains how you can set how to set page margins. So we need to go to page layout and then click on margins. Let's go and do that. Open Microsoft Word, go to layout, and then click on margins. You see we have a normal margin, that means normal space around the text. We have a narrow margin, that means less space around the text and more text, of course. And then we have wide margin, that means less text and more space around the text. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you using your own ICT book soft copy. Let me zoom out from here. Okay, so you notice that there is a space around the text right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to layout, choose margins, and I'm gonna set it to narrow margins. Nothing's changed because it's already like a tiny change has happened. You notice that the text has gone so close to the edge. So let's go ahead and choose wide margins. Wide. You see, because I have a lot of text, so much space that showed up right here, the document is like all over the place. It's not organized right now. So basically you need to decide before creating your yearbook or whatever document that you have, which margin you want to choose: a normal margin, a narrow margin, or a wide margin, or maybe a moderate margin. You have other options over here. So basically this is how you choose a page margin. Let's go to the next thing that we're going to learn, which is the second thing that we're going to learn is page orientation. In the example right here, I told you about that this book is like really tall, kind of like tall, and this book is like really wide. Okay, so this is called orientation. So how to set the page orientation? That is like really easy. All you have to do is go to Microsoft Word. Okay, so to set up the page orientation, you can use this zoom in and zoom out kind of thing in Microsoft Word to know that how your page is oriented. To set up page orientation, again you have to go to layout and go to orientation. You have two options in page orientation: either portrait, which is the normal orientation that we use, and then you have landscape. They are both explained in the icons right here. So when you click on orientation, the page kind of becomes like what can I say, how can I describe this? It's like it's wider than the normal page. Okay, and this is how you set the orientation for your page. Okay, so that is it. Today we learned two things in Microsoft Word. I don't want to go in further details, not to make this class boring. The first thing is margins. Both are found in the layout, margins and page orientation. In margins, we learned that there's normal margins, narrow and wide margins. And the next thing is the orientation of the page. Either you set it to portrait, which is like the normal book or page kind of orientation that we use, and then you can use it to landscape. Landscape is mostly used for children's book because it has lots of drawings and illustrations. That is it for this lesson. I hope it was like really clear. If you have any questions, just send me in the response section. Till the next lesson, take good care. Bye.